The Alchemist, Scene 33. Santiago and the alchemist were traveling on the desert. They realized two armed tribesmen were following them. So these two people got scared and they stopped their horses and they got down. One armed person asked the alchemist, "What are you guys doing here?" Both of them replied that we are traveling towards promise. But then he wanted to check the bag to make sure they don't carry any arms. So one of the tribesmen opened the bag of Santiago. They found a bundle of money and 50 gold coins. Now he asked, "What is this for?" Santiago replied, "I'm traveling to promise and I need this so that I can reach promise." Now the other armed men searched the bag of the alchemist. They found some stone and liquid. So he asked, "What is this?" And for that the alchemist replied, "This stone is called the philosopher's stone. You take a small part of this, you will be able to convert any metal into gold. And this liquid is called the elixir of life. You take this and you will never have any illness in your life." Now the armed men laughed. Along with them, the alchemist also smiled and laughed. They were so happy with this joke and they said, "Okay, go." But the boy is asking, "Why did you tell the secret?" But the alchemist replied, "You tell your potential to other people, they will laugh at you. This is life," he said, the boy. Now they started traveling again. And at this time, the boy realized his heart is talking to himself. The heart was telling him the good qualities of Santiago. Number one good quality was he was courageous enough to leave the job of being a shepherd and to go in search of his treasure. Number two quality is he was enthusiastic. He created a lot of new ideas in the crystal merchant shop and he made so much of profit for the crystal merchant owner and he also made a lot of money. And the heart was telling him what he really did not see earlier. This is one story what happened. Earlier, when he was a shepherd, he was traveling in a particular route. Two thieves wanted to kill Santiago and they wanted to steal all the money and the sheep. But the heart realized it and it made him sick. So he fell sick and he slept there on the spot without continuing the journey. And those thieves thought that maybe he took another route, so they left. But if Santiago was continuing the journey, he would have been killed. When he told this to Alchemist said, "Yes, the heart will always help you." Now he said, "Is this for everybody?" He said, "It is for people who are in search of their treasure. The heart helps them. And also it helps the kids, the elders and the drunkards." He learned this lesson and then they continued their journey. Again, two people came. They asked, "What are you guys doing here? You guys are not supposed to be here. This is a war zone." And the alchemist looked straight into the eyes of the person who spoke and he said, "We are just wandering here. We are not going very far." He was so confident that the armed man agreed and he let him pass. Now the boy was so fascinated about what just happened. He could talk to him on his eyes and the other people got convinced. How was this possible? Asked Santiago. And for this the alchemist replied, "Your eyes will tell the strength of your soul." He realized we can understand what is there in the heart by watching the eyes. Now Santiago asked the alchemist, "After we reach promise, I want you to teach me the alchemy." He asked, "What do you mean?" "Once we reach the promise, I want you to teach me how I can convert any metal into gold." Now for this the alchemist replied, "Please understand, it is the evolution Any metal can be converted to gold through the process, but most of the people are not ready to go through the process. And when you are going through the process and becoming a new person, automatically the surrounding of your environment also changes according to you. When the gold is converted, the alchemists are also getting purified. They are also getting better like gold. Scene 34. Alchemist and Santiago were traveling on the desert. The boy's heart spoke of fear. Immediately he realized two armed people standing there. 2 became 10, 10 became 100, and 100 became everywhere. They were totally surrounded by armed people. Now, the alchemist and Santiago were taken to the tent of the chief of tribesmen. Now, the alchemist took out the money and the gold coins and he offered to the chief that these belongs to you. We are here to gift you this. So what are you guys doing here? Asked the chief. And for that, the alchemist replied, I am just a wanderer. I am here acting as a guide for my friend. And who is your friend? He is my friend. He is alchemist. Now he changed plates. He is actually alchemist, but he said Santiago as alchemist. Now, what do you mean by alchemist? Asked the chief. And for that, the alchemist replied, alchemist is a person who can become wind and can destroy this entire camp. Now everybody laughed. Now the alchemist replied, if you give us time, my friend will show his extraordinary powers to you. The chief said, sure, I am ready to see the extraordinary power. But the alchemist said, but we need 3 days time for that. The chief said, you can take any number of days. We don't have any impatience here. Now they came outside the tent. Even though they are free to go anywhere, their horses were confiscated. That means they cannot go anywhere without the horses. Now the boy is saying to the alchemist, they took all my hard work. They took all my gold coins, all my money. Now I don't have anything. Now the alchemist is saying, what is the use of all these without life? At least the money which you made gave you 3 days grace period. Now think what to do next. Now the boy is afraid. I don't know how to become a wind and how to destroy this camp. Now he said, when the life is in line, you will become aware and you will do what is needed. What if I don't? Now the alchemist replied, keep trying. It is better to die trying instead of not at all doing. So just keep trying. Trying is okay, but I really don't know. Then learn, said the alchemist. Now the boy is totally afraid. Now the alchemist said, it is the fear of failure which is going to damage and spoil reaching your treasure. So think confidently, think what you are supposed to do now, said the alchemist. Now the boy was not able to hear anything what the alchemist said. He was sitting on the desert. Day 2. He was sitting on the desert. He went to the cliff and he was watching the desert full day. Day 3. Now the chief asked the alchemist, we are ready to see the boy become the wind. Is he ready? Yes, he is ready, said the alchemist. Now everybody were waiting there. Now the boy went to the cliff. Now the desert came to him. Yesterday also you were watching me. Today also you are watching me. What do you want? Asked the desert. Now the boy said, you know my story. What just happened? I need your help to help me become the wind so that I can go back to Fatima and I can go back and find my treasure. Now the desert said, I cannot alone help you on this. You need to ask the help of wind. Now he is asking wind for help. Now the wind is coming and talking to him. The scene, I'm stopping here. The scene continues in the next video. So let me know in the comment, what is that one thing which you liked and loved about this video, and are you able to relate this story in your life? Let me know that as well. And as always, sharing is caring. Bye.